with another video on pocket incoming. So yeah, I got white Kyurem and like in its SS Mega Evolution, and I must say it is strong. So here will be my clip shortly of me getting white Kyurem, and while that clip plays, I'll briefly talk about how I am using white Kyurem and what team I plan to make in the future. So first of all, white Kyurem is composed of two parts, Kyurem and Reshiram, and its skills are like somewhat similar to that of Reshiram, and while it's ice and dragon type in nature, it enjoys fire type buffs as well. Now my plan with white Kyurem right now is I'm using it in place of my Shadow Rider Calyrex. Like I transferred Shadow Rider Calyrex into Kyurem, I started up Kyurem to 12 star, then I got Reshiram to 8 stars, and then finally I made white Kyurem. And so I'm using all of the runes and chips that I used on Shadow Rider Calyrex because I wanted to do damage as well. And I know what y'all will say, no, that white Kyurem is a tank. It is an ice type tank, it's supposed to take attacks, not dish out damage. However, I am not at that level yet, like at the level where everyone has like 12 star attackers and everything. The people I'm fighting probably have like 8 star Pokemon mostly, and so I think white Kyurem will do okay for now. Once I get a decent attacker, I'll probably switch out the runes and all of the chipsets so that white Kyurem is more of a tank in that case. And another pretty important part is once white Kyurem dies the first time, you can see that it goes into something called an overdrive mode, and this overdrive mode is pretty strong, and an ultimate in an overdrive mode can kill most enemies most of the time. Like it is pretty strong. I'll show you a clip of an arena fight where I'm fighting some Mega DNCs and then a bunch of other Pokemon, and the guy is like 1 million CP above me, and even in that case white Kyurem performs. Now regarding how I want to use white Kyurem in the future, I haven't really decided yet. So white Kyurem will probably be there as a tank. I might do a full dragon team with Mega Rayquaza, or I might do something like a grass team for now with shiny Mega Sceptile as the DPS. I already have the grass type supports, like I already have Shaman and Zerud. However, I plan on putting Xerneas in that team as well, and the other team members will be Eternatus. Now, as I was talking about before, you can see that all of the, except for like the Hell item, all of the rune stones that I'm putting on white Kyurem and all of the chips that I'm putting on white Kyurem, all of them are mostly the stuff that I had on Shadow Rider Calyrex, because that's the one I have most upgraded, which probably has the most stats. Now let's talk a bit about the teams that the whales are the most strong players right now are building, and a few of them have different teams. So most of them have white Kyurem paired up with Mega Rayquaza, and I believe they are going to put Eternatus in that team as well. So Mega Rayquaza obviously is the strongest DPS. Eternatus does damage over time because of its poison debuff, and white Kyurem is of course a tank. It also has the ice, I think, reflection damage that also deals quite a bit of damage. And then the other three are, you can use whatever. You could use a flying type Pokemon, like you could probably use Ho-Oh and Lugia, and then something like Shaman, or you could use something like Primal Groudon and Ho-Oh as fire type supporters. And that's also pretty good. I have seen in the CN version, like in the Chinese version, some people use the new S Plus Salamence, which does tier damage. That also has a good deal of DPS. Okay, now here's the fight I was talking about. I was fighting the top 1 guy in my server who has like an MD and a bunch of other Pokemon, and his attackers are really strong, and I lose 2 of my tanks, which are DNC and Zerud, in the beginning. However, you will understand how hard Kyurem is, well, white Kyurem is carrying my entire team, because soon the only thing that's doing anything is white Kyurem. And as soon as it goes into its overclock mode, you can see the damage that it deals. Like every time white Kyurem alts in the overclock mode, something dies. And you can see after a while, after a few of white Kyurem's alts and the burn damage coupled with the frozen blood, the only thing that's left after a couple of minutes is just Mega DNC. And she continuously shields and steals damage, which is why she survives for so long. But in the end, after white Kyurem goes into overclock mode, none of my Pokemon really die, because white Kyurem takes care of all the attackers in the enemy team. Now bear in mind this is just plain white Kyurem on its own. I don't have any dragon type attackers or fire type attackers or even ice type attackers. Like IRC is there, but Ice Rider Calyrex is like just 6 stars, not heavily invested into, so it is pretty strong. And the only thing that like keeps me back at this point, like in this fight, however, is just Mega DNC, which just continuously shields and heals itself. Other than that, my team is pretty much getting carried by white Kyurem right now. And even in 1v1 situations, it's pretty good. So I have just put white Kyurem and it has soloed 1v3 in Indigo pretty confidently and pretty comfortably. And thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned, I'll post more videos and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.